I welcome everybody to RLCS again. Actually, it hasn't been too long since the last one. I forget when the last one was, but you have to believe me, it wasn't too long ago. This is the pre-show. We are here with our great buddies. I'm gonna pretend like we know them personally. Sith, Sawufi, and Deltas. Got corrected on the name last time, which was much appreciated because the Veltus didn't sound quite right. It sounded like a Pokemon name. So Delta's much better. So what if you said, and Coach Cole. Now, do I know Coach Cole? No. I actually got the, but however, he's done, I did see in the Discord, which you can join, by the way. It would be in the Twitch chat. He has done some coaching for guys in the Discord. He's now here with our RLCS Open 6 team. And, I mean, very often does coaching become super helpful to any team / organization. It's very helpful to keep the guys together. I heard free coaching on Tuesdays. I didn't catch the time, but it is there, open to, I want to say, the public, at least for people in the Discord, which is awesome. I don't know who we're going to play. I actually don't have the bracket up. I don't know if Kenzo, you have the bracket up.
I don't. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't.
We also might not know who we're playing yet anyway, because I do believe the first round's going on right now. We got a bye. We do not know who we're playing, so we could take a gander. Our best guess, but I'm gonna get it wrong 100 out of 100 times if I was. But oh, look at that! Look at the boom! Look at the Nameless Esports buff right there. By the way, week 1, 129. Second week 57. Third week 57. Fourth week 65th. Fifth week, or fifth open, I should say. 41st. Come on, son. First with Nameless Esports. That's a big asterisk. We need to make that asterisk even bigger for the people in the back, because that's a really important part of it. Putting out a show for the Nameless organization, and just hopefully we can get that kind of showing this week.
Yeah. Again, however, it turns out it's the opening round for this. I mean, you could pretty much see it. They've improved a lot in these lot of open qualifiers. So, you know, maybe they can reach let's say top 30, top 32, depending on where they place it. That is going to be kind of depending on who they play. Because we do know they have a first round bye. We don't know exactly who they're playing, but they have a first round bye. So again, it all matters on the place, because I don't have the I don't have the bracket in front of me. But we take a look at their highlights of the last RCS Open. They were pretty good. They took on a couple teams. I'm pretty sure one team they took on was I can't remember the name of it now. Jesus Christ. Because I remember I was hollering at you in the Discord about the name, but I can't remember it now. But they played them. They played them pretty well. You could just see the highlights. Nameless Esports. They played very good. Yeah.
It was I think obviously Backpack, because that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. What was the name? Shoot, because there was a really specific reason we were joking about it, and I cannot remember the name.
Yeah, that was the I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Never.
And then there was one more team too.
Yeah, I know what it is now. It was Sembo Sakura. That's what it was.
Shoot. This is the one I was on top of for the whole stream.
Yeah.
That one was a fun, and we put Kenzo through 30 minutes of torture. Me and poor Clay, I think.
I think the
Bankai one. I forget if
that's what it was. It was Bankai Sembo Sakura, which I was pretty much put through torture because you guys were
Kenzo was pulling his teeth out because we didn't know what on earth we were looking at.
I had to basically inform everybody that it's from Bleach. That is what from the character.
I knew it was from Bleach. That I did know, but I didn't know who. I didn't know anything past that. That was where the end of my ball knowledge went. Which this is like entry level ball knowledge on that topic. But that was a fun watch. That was a Nameless Esports wipe right there, pretty much. Oh gosh, I almost dropped my glasses. Yeah, that was the first day. Come on, son. Sweep. I actually don't think they swept shoot. I think they gave him a consolation game. And then sweep. Third series was a bit different. The series against Backpack was a slaughterhouse pretty much. I hope
Yeah.
that's not going to get us demonetized. But just a wipe, wash, anything like that. Any cleaning term, a sweep.
There you go, sweep. There you go.
We don't
Advertiser
have,
friendly.
we don't have the vacuum. I don't have any. I don't got anything up here.
Bruin has one. Bruin
Bruin's
has
got
one.
the vacuum. We haven't had
Yeah.
Bruin in a minute, but he'll be back, I'm sure. I have brooms. You have to believe me. I have like a little. Listen, we're grasping at straws here, but this is a vacuum cleaner. You just have to believe me. It does a good job, but it's a mighty one, that is. But let's see. So where are we? Actually got the. Oh, we're gonna play Pure Motion.
I think I've heard of Pure Motion before. I think they've played in our weekly series before, if I remember correctly.
They could have. That's a prod question. Ben, we got anyone on that? We got any fact checks on that? Jonesy, maybe he'd know. I don't.
I don't know. We've had like 1,000 teams come through Rocket Rush, so it is hard to keep track unless once we look at the leaderboard of who's who. It's hard to keep track of how many teams have come through. So probably they've come through. We just probably never casted one of their games up until now. So, we again Pure Motion. Don't know who's on Pure Motion as my phone goes off. But knowing Nameless Esports and how they played in Open the last time in Open 5, they had a pretty much a defensive play style. They had a pretty much defensive play style, and going against top teams like that who can counteract that was kind of their downfall. So hopefully this time they don't. Obviously, you do want to play defensively, but you also want to kind of keep up that aggressiveness play style that you want, because again, you never know how these teams are really going to stack up against each other.
I have a good philosophy for all you basketball watchers. If you're gonna have a defensive-minded set, you cannot walk the ball up the court every single time. You're gonna be able to need to go out and transition, get out quick. One of the problems we had, we did play that like Hydrogen Bomb versus Coffin Baby team when we got swept. I can't remember the name of the team. It was like the way one like Virginia tournaments. I think this is signifying we'll get into it in a second, but you gotta be able to get out and transition quickly before the opposition's able to just steal the ball back from you. Don't tell me we're just gonna score right now, son.
No, I thought we were.
All right, this one I wouldn't complain about. Ooh, little new ball. I like this. We have our Nameless Esports ball is better. Don't get that twisted. But, Delta's looking for a solo effort. Not gonna have. We've seen these guys play. I think I recognize CJ actually. So you might be right.
Yeah, CJ looks familiar. Yeah.
But for the side, once again, Nameless Esports, Delta, Sith, and Sawofi versus Key, Mango, and CJ, as we are going to have to put the defense to the test. But like Kenzo said, defensive-minded team, we're going to just have to find out if the offense can follow suit.
Yeah, defensive does win you championships, but you can't have a defense without offense, and right now, Pure Motion's defense is very much on display, but you can see Nameless Esports applying great pressure up into the air, into the corner right there. Mango trying to sense it over, but so Woofy's going to rush there. What a touch. Very empty net, but CJ is going to cut it off. Just deny them. Mango tried to rush back, not going to do anything. Sis once again into the corner. Key also in the corner, up in the air to 50-50. Mango reads it like a book, but he's going to leave it open for a Nameless Esports player. But a good defensive play as Key just cuts it off. Sis trying to cut off once more, and now Nameless Esports rushes right back down to the side of the field. Now Nameless Esports looks to be on the defensive area.
One of the things I'm looking for out of Nameless Esports this time, one of their biggest downfalls is they could really look to put in some damage here. Cannot, as the ball's bumped up. Deltas will bump the ball up and also get demoed. Don't overcommit too much. Do not double commit too much. You have to be, especially at this level, you have to have a surefire level of commitment if you believe it's going to work. You cannot go into this thinking, oh, maybe it will work. And, maybe you'll get it right. A broken clock is right twice a day, but you cannot bank on those kinds of commitments being positive. Most of the time, they end up being negative, as if looking in towards the middle. We'll have a solo play. It's going to go right past the left post. We'll collect the 100 boost. He still has it. Could lay it off for a teammate. He will. To the Roadhog. That is Sawofi, but will not be able to score. Delta's playing it on the right side. Delta's looking. He was the main scorer for that team last time. Sith was able to put in plenty of work. Sawofi is in mid. What's the midfield maestro? As he's actually going to put a little bump in. Cannot get the score. CJ, good save. Delta's hanging about in the air, floating like a butterfly, cannot find the goal. But good pressure here. CJ goes up for a contest, goes over. So Wolfie keeping it here. Good possession by side of Nameless Esports, not giving me a chance. Okay, now I can toss it over to Genza.
Yeah, just so far, just a bit of a stalemate between these two teams. So Wolfie just pop into the net, but it gets denied by Mango. A very defensive game in this opening contest as we approach 3 minutes left in the match, 2 minutes left on the clock. So Wolfie tries to go to the air, very empty shot, but he will find the net, and Nameless Esports finally up on the board. 2:03 left.
The dam will crumble sooner or later, and defense goes before offense does. Nameless Esports putting on the pressure for the last 2 minutes of gameplay, and they finally crack through the wall. Now we're going to see how Pure Motion reacts to that goal. So Wolfie will take it off of his wall. We'll get it past one to his teammate. Deltas plays a good bump off of the wall. It will fall into the hands of... No, I'm just kidding. So Wolfie's going to just drive it straight down. CJ will come into the back. He might not be so cool, though. Sith in the middle. Looking, will go over his head, so Wolfie will catch it on the right side, playing in the right corner, will go off the ceiling. Could this be a good read by Sith? No, it will be Key taking it off the right side. Key keeps it, but will not be able to get it off toward his teammates. Sith has to play some good defense here. Oh goodness, was that Mango? The ball is not over there anymore, my friend. Sith going on a solo effort. CJ takes off the roof. So Wolfie's going to have a good look here, though. It will go off the crossbar. Mango will be credited with a save. It is going to be passed off to Sith, who tries to go bottom left corner. Deltas has it. So Wolfie and the pressure once again mounts. And 2-0 Nameless Esports.
You just saw the double commit from Pure Motion. I thought that was a Pure Motion player. No, that was Delta's trying to rush back and put it in towards the net. But either way, Nameless Esports just making Pure Motion make their mistakes. And that is what you love to see. He's heading into the corner. And CJ rotates about up into the air. Mango with a touch. And CJ's going to fall through. But it's going to caught by So Wolfie. So Wolfie once more over to Delta's very empty net. Gets saved by Mango as a minute's left on the clock. Still a lot of time for Pure Motion to kind of make a play. But they have to move with speed, move with purpose as they can off the wall. Just a bit too high for Sawufi. He just is a crossbar. Now Delta's going to pop it towards the air, but he's not going to have the right angle. It's Key now rotating a bit of an awkward jump. Touched by Nameless Esports. Very empty net, but there's a save by Sith. The dark side showing its presence known as they try to get a touch. So Wolfie a bit too high. And then Pure Motion still with about 35 seconds left trying to make a play. CJ just gets a 50 off the wall. Not gonna do anything. CJ more applying a bit of pressure. Looks for the double tap, but can't find anything. 30 seconds left. Mango rushing back downfield. The ball still rolling towards their side of the net. Nameless Switch is trying to hang on. Delta tries to put the nail in the coffin, but Mango's going to get a touch. Rushing back downfield is Delta Sith with another touch. They're running out of time. 13 seconds left. Pure Motion just trying to find, but they can't find anything. 10 seconons left. It's do or die time now. So Wolfie with a shot. Just a bit on target. Looking for the second chance. It's Sith, but the third time will be enough as Deltas puts it into the net, and the one-piece give is out.
Great team play by the side of Nameless Esports. Everyone filling a gap. Bumps, dimes, and drop-ins for a 3-0 lead, which will likely be the final score. Key's going to try and put one in. Nope, just kidding. No constellation goal against Nameless Esports, buddy. So Wolfie with the epic save. And nope, we're going to... Oh, boy. Guys, just hit the floor. Let's get this over with.
They want to style on him. They want to style on him.
One more for the road. Take that with you into game 2. No break. No, actually, I say big breaks, no problem. Nameless Esports takes the first game 4-0. Goodness me. Wow. I mean, Pure Motion. Guys, what were we doing in the last round? Come on, fellas. Who'd we play? Guys, come on. Where are we? Pure Motion. The Liberated. Liberated got smoked 2-0. Okay.
Liberty University? Am I thinking of that right?
Just Liberty. No, Liberated. Sorry, Liberated.
Okay.
But Pure Motion, guys, they say slow motion is better than no motion, but guys, come on, son. His name was Esports. You work away here. His name was Esports, son.
Here's the thing. You obviously saw they learned from their mistakes. Nameless Esports did. They applied a lot of pressure. They played a very aggressive tone. So obviously they were in the the film room studying what they can, and obviously they learned a heck of a lot better than what they did in game number one. But now it is game number two. Can they keep the momentum? We have to see. They're up 1-0 in the series. Can they keep the momentum going? We have to see. As once again, Esports does win the cutoff. They do get the pressure. Double touch to put it towards the net, but a last-second save by Mangos. Now it's CJ. What about 53 boot? Flies to the air. Looks for the flip reset. Looks for his teammate. Very empty net, but so Wolfie gets credit with the save. Gets caught off by Mango. Back to Civ. Mango. Oh, not enough power
CJ,
on
where you
that.
going?
Sif's just not there at the time, so Wolfie would have touched. And now Mango with the empty net, a very downfield break! But there is Sif! Once again, the dark side showing. And now Delta's rushing back that field. He had a shot, but it was just incomplete off the target. Very empty net, but Delta's finally puts it in the net. And just like that, they're back with their started. Delta's puts it into the net. 1-0. Nameless Esports on top.
What an angle by Deltas. As long as he is not pressed up against the wall, he can squeak it into the net. Defense leads to offense. Those are the transitions I'm talking about. When you are able to push the ball down the field. Deltas! Why not? Oh, 1-2 for Adala on that one. Could not pick up the change. Sith is going to take it off of the wall, battling against one of the players on pure motion. So Wolfie will take it. Mango looking for the shot, will not have it. Is going over to the side of Key, going to Mango. Mango might have gotten a little, he might have nicked that ball a little bit, not enough to change the trajectory. It's going to be Sith, going over CJ, will get bumped, cannot have the effort onto the net, but pure motion is not going to be able to get down the field from here. This is where the pressure of Nameless Esports starts to mount. Key will get it past one, CJ is cherry picking. Sith goes over, he will collect it. CJ actually, Mango puts in a little, not the finest angle, but does get a second effort. It will be Deltas to clean it up. CJ now looking on that as well. It will be saved again. This time it's Woofy. Sith goes over Key. Will be able to get past Mango. He will, but Key keeps it on the net. Oh, goodness. That's a fake. It's a fake. It's a fake. CJ, now this is all part of the plan. Don't worry, it's part of the fake. Look at this. Now it gets sent back down there, so Woofy is going to be the one in the middle, and the Roadhog doesn't take enough space down to Deltas. No, great save by Key. The effort is still there. Deltas playing the angle. CJ takes it out of the air. Cannot find it. Sith going back now has to play defense. 3 minutes left. Nameless Esports desperately looking for a second goal. It's now... Oh, we tried to go low. Fair respects. It's staying here, though. The pressure here. Oh, what a finish by Sawoofi! Are you kidding me? Key drops it off to Sawoofi, plays it into the corner, gets it off of the bottom of the car. CJ, where are we going, my friend? And it squeaks by. Wow!
Obviously, Key did not think that through. He tried to make that touch, but it was just, he just left the ball. It is like a steal happening in basketball, just leaving the ball up on the court for the defense to just make a score. And so Wolfie with the double touch gets it in there, and now they lead 2-0, and they're back up. They're rushing back downfield now. Pure motion trying to make a play. Sith rushing downfield off the wall. Tries out to his teammate. Tries to maneuver but can't find it. But Nameless Esports still again applying the pressure as CJ just trying to cherry pick but gets mad. Very empty net. Key! Oh, just unfortunate. And Sith, there's the Darth Vader give. The dark side once more coming out. Just very unfortunate for Key.
Mango, the last one back, Key misses it, and Mango left with no boost, unable to do anything about that shot, as it is now 3-0, even faster in this game. So Woofy tries to get another goal. He's slowed down by Mango. Deltas is riding down. Mango once again has no boost, though. He will... Oh, it's a good playoff by the pure motion, but not able to find it. So Woofy now on the fast break. He has to just get past CJ. Will not be able to do it, but he will keep it on the side of pure motion. Sit down in towards the middle. We'll go to the opposite corner. So, no, I'm sorry, Delta's playing on the left. So Woofy is hard right. You have to force him left. You cannot let him get it on the left side of the... Actually, I think he just scored from the left side of the field. Anyway, that means he is ambidextrous, ladies and gentlemen. Put that one in your pocket. Sith on the left side, playing it into the corner. Won't be able to have any. He has no boost. Now, Nameless Esports... Oh, never mind. Deltas is back. Still have to get it out from this side. Pressure from pure motion. Sawoofi takes it off of the roof. Sith with a play. He does get bumped, but Sawoofi can have a good read on this. Actually, just handed down to him by one of the players with pure motion. As Delta's playing in the sky. Double tap off the wall. Triple tap off the... Ay, almost had the triple. CJ can't get... He's not going to be able to find anything there. It's going to be Sith off of the wall. So Wolfie riding through the air. Goes past the right post. Sith in the middle. Lot of... Oh, goodness. Sith pitches it down towards his own net. It looks... it's okay. It's going to be okay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. So Wolfie is going to have a great read. Gets it into the corner. Sith plays it in towards the middle. Is there a Deltas lurking somewhere?
There, no, I don't see it.
Oh,
right now. Oh, there he goes. There he is, but just a little too late. Shot on the way. No dice there. Sith trying to force it, but he will. A classic foul and one play. Sith makes it a 4-0 game, and it looks like Nameless Esports is running away with this one. They're already running away, but that one just put the nail in the coffin. 43 seconds left as the kickoff. Oh, looking for a fade. Key. Oh, this is really bad. Key with no matter boost. Oh, not sure what was going on. Mango with the touch. Mango just misses it wide open. Oh, that's got to be heartbreaking for him. As Deltas. Oh, what a fake from Deltas. Tried to do it again. 30 seconds left. Sith once more. Touches the wall. He just gets demo. Key over to Mango, but the defense on display. However, your motion not giving up. 18 seconds left. CJ, just picks a completely fast break now. Deltas with a toss, looks for another one, but can't find it. Key once more with the touch, flies through the air, looks for a touch, so Wolfie gets there, but just gonna make a miss. 5 seconds left. It looks like Nameless Esports will head on to another round, as this one is already over, unless Nameless wants to put one more in the net, and please put the ball in the net.
Wait
We
a
want to be.
minute.
They're trying to.
What? Come on, Sith. Come on. The floor.
Sis just trying to make a play. I'm not sure what's going on. So Wolfie with a touch once more over the Key, just trying to put the ball into the ground, and they will. And Nameless is moving on, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'll just say this now because I'm probably not going to get to say. I'm going to hope I'm not going to have to say it. But for Pure Motion, they will go to the losers bracket. There is one of those in here as well. Double elimination, as they call it. Nameless Esports, however, with the steamrolling of Pure Motion. 4 goals in both games, I think. Little 8-0 victory when you go between both games. But Nameless Esports, I mean, guys, what are we? Pure Motion could not hold the standard of Nameless Esports in this last game. The defense of Nameless Esports, like Kenzo was saying before the game, that's their calling card. It showed a lot in this game. Now, Pure Motion did happen to just miss a bit, but bound to happen every now and then. But Nameless Esports locked it down, got on the offensive side, held possession for a ton. I don't know if Rocket League will implement this system. Maybe they have it, and I'm just haven't played the game long enough. Possession, 70-30. Nameless Esports just did not let up the ball. They didn't turn it over.
Yeah, I have to say, Pure Motion played very good. They did. They played very good, but you could just see Nameless Esports played very much better. They were very on top of stuff. They were very aggressive. That's what you like to see. They had the 2-man up. Obviously, Delta tried to go for that quadruple top. He had the 1, had the 2, had the 3, but could not find it. But now Nameless was going to be taking on Monk, apparently. So, Monk, I believe we saw in Open 5, if I remember correctly.
Oh, wait, we're talking about a team. I'm sorry, I was thinking about the player. Sorry. I was going to say, Monk, we know Monk. Okay, the team, never mind. I'm sorry, please continue.
You're good. But yeah, now, again, unless this is the same player as Bug, he formed his own team with his name, but
guys,
again, I don't... Look, I don't judge these these team names. Obviously, you know, I was rocking with Senbo Sakura. I'm sorry, you know, the last time I'm a Bleach fan, by the way. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, it was a good showing in game 1. Obviously, shutting out an opponent twice is crazy enough. So, kind of lets you know how much Nameless Esports has really improved now. Can they repeat the same mistakes? I think they... Sorry, can they repeat the same momentum? Yeah, they can. I think if they keep this momentum, then they have a lot... they got a long way to go. As for Monk, well, we'll have to see what their playstyle is coming into this game.
Monk does not have Monk on the team. They do have Claribot, Pluri, TRSTN. Tristan. Little brain buster for you guys at home.
Tristan sounds so familiar. I don't know. Again, we've had like so many players going through Rocket Rush that it's like these players sound familiar, but they probably don't. You know.
I can't say Clary bot sounds familiar, but there's so many guys that just have something bot, and it's like maybe sorry, that's I don't know if my mic picked that up. That's the guy that lives up the street. The Toot Mobile. The Clary bot though, yeah, I couldn't tell you. Tristan, a lot of guys just happen to come to names, which you guys can join Rocket Rush. I don't know how the next season works with the collegiate and stuff like that. I'm very excited to learn how that works. But anyways, RLCS stream, that's for later on. All I know right now, let's see how they played actually in the last round. They played against Team Extreme. Whoa. Whoa. What is this, 2013 dirt bikes or something, guys? That stuff was cold, though.
I'm thinking like 2007 X Games Mountain Dew
that's
stuff.
Not probably a better comparison. Team Extreme did beat the Wizards by DQ. Ben sounds a lot like the real Wizards, doesn't it? And however, Monk has only also played one game. They didn't play in the first round either. Granted, Team Extreme also didn't play in the first round, so this could be interesting to see. Monk is coming in just about as hot as us, so we're gonna see. I mean, who knows? Whenever, of course, it starts, we'll find out. But as we wait for them to show up, Monk, as far as we know, we don't know much. But the same standards are still held. Play your defense, keep possession of the ball. The result usually follows through after that, and just being able to have control over the game. As we say a lot, you have to play your game if you want to win. If you're forced to play the play style of the opposition, that's where you start to lose your composure and start to have to change your play style. That's when it starts to crumble a little bit. So, but I have faith. We only won a combined 8-0 in last series, but don't want to get too ahead of ourselves by any means.
Yeah, obviously. So it's all about trying to force another team to play how you want them to play. And if Nameless Esports does not want to fall into that like they did the last time, they had to pretty much keep up their momentum going. Obviously, again, play the defensive game, but you also have to pretty much go a bit aggressive. As always, defense does win you championships, but you can't have a defense without offense. So again, the offense has been really good for Nameless Esports. You know, again, sometimes they don't have that second man up. I would like to see a bit more of that, because obviously there's a chance where there's opportunities for goals just right there if you have that second man there. But when you don't, it just gives a lot of time for the defense to kind of regroup, and now you're the ones who basically have to be on defense.
And we saw that, I'm sure you bring it up, we saw that a lot last game, where there were a lot of opportunities if you have that second guy. And this isn't like a solo effort kind of team. This is a team that plays very well when they have two guys up. Obviously, as Kenzo knows, you don't want to overcommit, because that's when we start to hit the deck, and you can't play that defense that we are so happy to see every single game. But now, as we get into it, wow, you guys just got hit by an ad. That's a stinker.
Oof.
That's a howler. It's gonna be Deltas looking here against McClary. Ooh, that's a good one. So yeah, McClary, Tristan Plurry, as we know if they want. Remember, if you are from the other team and we are mispronouncing names, please actually do come let us know. We don't. Oh goodness gracious, someone missed the ball, but do let us know. Deltas is gonna look for that. Long behold, solo effort. It would be Tristan getting his hit. Oh, sick! Oh! Put it on the deck like it's a regular football match. As Darth Vader will get it for the first time today. Bottom left bins. Come on now, son. 1-0 Nameless Esports.
This is what I'm talking about. You have to keep that second man up there. They did exactly just that. Delta started out, Sif just kind of followed through. Saw the opening bottom left, just very unfortunate. But now, pressure up on Nameless Esports as McClary tries to get a bit of a touch. No, it could be met by Sawuti. McClary once more with the touch. Sends it over to Deltas. Now Deltas goes off the wall. Sends it over to Sawuti. Fully with a chance to put it on the net. And Sawuti makes it a 2-0 game.
Yup. You want to play Nameless Esports, son? You got to come ready. 2-zip. 2-zip. Come on, guys. Nameless Esports going out here just like Kenzo was saying in the pregame. Getting those two guys out, putting the pressure on even earlier, make a team stop you. As it's going to be Sith taking it down the right to Sawuti. Back to home. Oh! Ticky-tacky trying to come out here. And it's going to, but however, it will keep it on this side. Sith to Deltas. Deltas looking into the middle. It's going to be taken up by McClary. McClary has to get past if he will. Going towards the side. Nameless Esports have to play this boost right. Solid, patient play by Deltas. Collects the 100. He's going to take it into the middle himself. Can he beat one? He can beat Tristan. It's going off the ceiling. It's going up. Oh, good save by McClary. It's going to be kept on this side. However, it's going to be Sawufi in the middle. It's going to be a demo onto Sis. Sawufi's going to have to do it himself. Will not be able to do it. He's going to keep his deltas. Look at the pressure. Tristan has to clear it. They still have yet to get it past midfield. Sawufi coming in denies that chance of getting it past midfield. Deltas playing it in towards the middle. Will he have anyone? It's going to be Sith flying in. Cannot find it. Sawufi's going to collect it on the left side. Playing it in towards the middle. Delta. Oh, it's going to go over his head. Okay. No boost for Sawufi. Okay, he's going to lay it off to Sith. Sith down the middle. Sith down the middle. Oh, that was really cool. Fizzling out a little bit. No, wait, I'm just kidding. Oh, never mind. I'm playing good defense here. I can't front. I can't hold it against them. They just can't get the ball back. Oh, Sith, good save. Anyway, Kenzo, what do you like so far during this game?
I'll pretty much give it to Monk. They're playing very good defense so far, very good offense. The 2v1 not being denied by, I say it will be denied by Nameless Esports. Nameless Esports at the point just trying to hang on as Sith lost it over one, tries to get past McClary. McClary can't find thing downfield. Shot looking for the net. Pluri just gets absolutely denied. Now Pluri just trying to make a play on the ball. Tristan also as well gonna get caught up by Sith. Sith once more. The 2v1, a fast break going. Sith tried to muzzle his way. Oh, he just missed it. Oh, that's a shot you can't really miss. Those wide open shots. The Delta tries to make it up for it. Can't find anything. As now it's McClary. McClary with a touch. Tries to get through the air. Up and over one. Over to Tristan and Sis. And Deltas are there. 2:15 left on the clock. Downfield they go. McClary with a touch. Ball still in their side of the corner. As Tristan goes off the wall. No, it's Sis trying to make a play. Sends it over to Swoopy. Swoopy keeps it alive in the air. Running out of booze. And now it's going to be met by Deltas. Deltas with a little amount of boost he can. Up and over one. Tries to get it past Pluri. But Pluri can't anything. He has possession. Up and over Sifs. And Sif's just going to park it in his corner, or will he's going to go right after the ball, and now the downfield break going in favor of Nameless Esports. So Wolfie rotates back, gets some boost over to Sif. Sif, oh, the 59 in his favor. And once more, Nameless Esports just trying to bear the pressure, but the defense is on display for Monk. McClary with another touch, sends it over to Sith, but McClary not backing down. Sith again, puts it over one, but again, the defense on a point for Monk. If it's one thing you have to say is the defense for Monk is actually really good.
As it's going to be Sith, now that Nameless Esports forced to play on the defense for a little bit, so if you will take it into the roof, there's going to be met by two members of Monk. Tristan coming down the left side is going to try and put it up himself, but you cannot go for solo plays on Nameless Esports. Well, you can go for demos. Deltas is going to get dismantled. Oh, the from free kick range puts it into the right side where only the ball could fit, and Nameless Esports goes up 3-0.
McClary tried to get that last second save, but just a little too late, just a half second late. If he maybe jumped a bit of earlier time, he might have a chance at the save, but obviously that ball was going in either way. And now with 50 seconds left, all Nameless has to do is just hang on to this 3-goal lead. They can keep up the pressure. They might have it. As McClary lets Pluri have it. Pluri rides the wall, flies to the air, looks for the reset. Pluri wants some more. Tries to get up, but Sip's going to deny it. It's going to be met by Tristan. Now Tristan tries to put it towards the net, so Wolfie with another touch. Pass it over to Sith, maybe? Yes, he will get over to Sith. 30 seconds left. Sith's just trying to make one more. He has a goal, looking for his second. But again, not going to be anything happen. Delta rushes back downfield. Very risky play. It does pay off. Rides the wall. So Wolfie again there. We're going to make a play. So Wolfie, about 80 boosts left. Puts it on the field. A very awkward landing. Landed with the front of his car. Now with 10 seconds left, this game looks to be a bit over. If Monk tries to put at least one more for a bit of a redeem goal as they can. But they're not going to find anything going. And Nameless takes Game 1.
3-0. So now my math is correct. 11-0 today for Nameless Esports. Monk's probably wishing they had Nameless Esports Rocket Rush Monk right now because they are suffering on the side of scoring. They cannot put it in the back net. Now, that is not to say that they have played poorly on offense. The thing is, Monk is playing desperation. They're playing house money right now. Mm-hmm. They haven't had many opportunities to score because we've had the ball so much. So the one opportunity, the two opportunities, which they put some good shots on goal, that they do get are desperation attempts. Nameless Esports is on their side of the field 80% of the game. those things are far and few. Nameless Esports doing what they've done the past couple of games, turning their defense into offense and shutting out their opponent, this time 3-0, as we'll get into the next game. I mean, hopefully about the same will occur. It's not looking good for Kenzo here on overtimes, but I don't think this is the worst result we're getting at. Deltas is looking towards the goal, won't be able to find it. Now Tristan's going to play it down the field. Sith's going to have to make an effort. He does. It's over to Deltas. Deltas plays it off to his left. Maybe the right would have been a bit better, but I'm not the great Rocket League player here, so I won't comment. It's going off the left post. Oh, Tristan off the crossbar!
Oh.
This time it will be! Monk to score first! The scoreless streak is snapped! And Monk takes the first lead of the game!
Yeah, obviously just a really bad misjudgment. Obviously should have stayed in their own net. That's really unfortunate. Don't want that to happen. I kind of saw they were going for it, but they just missed completely, as now Monk wins the kickoff. Delta's going to cut it off. First time today, Nameless Esports is down, hoping to make a 3-game series, as Deltas gets it all the way, just gonna get met as Sid tries to go for a shot, and that's Swoopy rush it back down for he will get a touch, but McClary pops it into the air, pops it over to Plury, I believe. Now Tristan tries to make him there. He's got low boost running out at 15. So far, Nameless Esports does not have enough boost so far. It's Deltas and Sis. Well, 80+ boost on their side. Shot on the way. Oh, Deltas gets credit with the save. And it's Tristan rushing back downfield, trying to make it a 2-0 game, trying to muscle his way. Plury with a touch, and he will get it in towards the net, and Monk makes it a 2-0 game.
Contrary to probably what everyone else is thinking right now, I don't mind being down 2-0. This is something Nameless Esports has to be able to get over, is losing. They've won the first games combined 11-0, 4-0, 4-0, 3-0. You have to be able to come from behind now. Monk up 2-0, 2 early goals. It's just like what we say every single time during Rocket Rush. If you're gonna go down early. 3 minutes 40 seconds left to go. Try and keep it here. Get it 1 goal at a time. Tristan plays it off Sith. This is your counterattack opportunity. It's going in towards the middle, so Woofy's going to be there to try and collect it. It will be Sith playing it off the right side. Deltas is looking. It will come out to him. Doesn't take the first touch. No, it is a very rough touch. But so Woofy there to, what's the word? Grab it down. Sith is going to take it down the right side. Met by Tristan. We'll get right over him. Taken in by McClary. It's going to be the 50 shot up towards the ceiling. Not going to mount for anything for Monk. Plury, though, we're not seeing a lot of passing out here out of Nameless Esports. It's a lot of one-and-done opportunities compared to Monk, who's kind of playing the caroms a bit better this game. It's going to be Sith going up. No, it's going to be Deltas taking it in towards the middle. It's passed off to Sith. A good shot and a great save by Plury. Better defense on solid offense. Plury now again, his name tied all over this game, has the ball. It's going to shoot over towards the left corner, so Woofy has it. Trying to look for one of his teammates. Won't have it. 3 people there just parking the bus, which against Nameless Esports, maybe not the worst thing to do. Tristan's going to be floating. It's not going there. Oh, it's a rough touch. Oh, goodness.
Oh, what a save.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, what a save. About 2:30 left to go. Time is ticking away. If your Nameless Esports, now's the time to make a counter cash shot on the way, and Tristan going to put it in the net. And right now, this is game 2, so not much, but it is a bit worried about, as again you could just see, again, like you said, they're not playing a bit of that together. They're just kind of going one and done and rotating back out. They need to get back on that. I'm not sure what was happening. They played it so well in the early few rounds where it was that, oh, this might be a chance, but again, no third man back down there. Plury just off the wall, not going to do anything. Sif up and over the air, tries to get a play going, tries to maneuver around. What a bicycle shot from him, but it's not going to do anything as Deltas now has to rush back downfield. 2 minutes approaching left on the clock. Delta just gets met there, but he's going to send it over to a Nameless Esports player. And again, Sif right back downfield and towards the net, and so Woofy will put it in the net, and now Nameless Esports is on the board.
All you can do is get it 1 goal at a time. A nice finish by Sawofi, not trying to do too much. I think that has to be the slogan for the rest of this game. You cannot play trying to do too much. You have to just do what you can to get goals and stop them getting goals. This is a great opportunity now. It will be Deltas. As quickly as it was 3-0, now it's 3-2. Deltas puts it in the back of the net. And now Monk is right back on the back of their foot. And now they have to play a little more aggressive. Here comes Nameless Esports.
showing that they're learning from their mistakes. They're down, but they're not out. Hey, we don't need it. We don't need overtime. Holy, hold up. We don't need overtime. I don't know about that. As Delta sends it over to Sith. Sith trying to make a play, but can't find it. He will maintain possession. Sith flies through the air, but it's going to get denied by Tristan. Sith not back it down. It's going to back off. So Wolfie, what a shot on the way! What a shot from So Wolfie. 3 points from downtown.
Tie game now. I'll get the clock. A minute 30 left to go. Now Nameless Esports cannot take their foot off of the gas. The pressure has mounted for Monk. 3-0 to 3-3 in just about a minute. Now it's time. Can Nameless Esports keep the momentum going? Good patience by Plurry. Great patience by Plurry. What a finish by Plurry. Hey, it's okay. 4-3, no problem. That's a great goal, by the way. I cannot understate that. That's unbelievable. But however, at least it was quick. Now, Monk is up 4-3, a minute 24 left to go. It's going to be Swampy the takeoff. I was going to say advantage on the kickoff was Nameless Esports, but now Sith can play off of the left side. It's going to be Medics. A good bump here by Sith. No follow-up, though. It's going to be Swampy. Now 2 players back. It's going to be 2 in the middle. Now it's Tristan. This is what guys, what are we doing? What is this? So Wolfie plays in the middle. It's a rough touch. Where are we? This is the first. You can't have.
They're too far up.
It's too far.
They're going too far up. And again, mental mistakes like that is what's gonna cost you games. You can't afford to do that. As they do get the kickoff, as Wolfie tries to get something going, not gonna do anything. As Delta tries to get the play going, 1 minute remaining on the clock. Delta's up in the air and sends it over to So Wolfie. He's gonna get met by McClary or Tristan, one of the two. That's McClary now rushes back downfield to meet up with his teammate, tries to put in something going, not gonna find anything. And McClary just trying to maneuver, gets bumped by Sif. Delta's with a shot on the way. Fleury, gonna get denied. There's a chance to make a play, but not gonna do anything. So Wolfie tries to rush back outfield. Gonna get a touch at the air. Fleury with another one over to McClary. McClary tries to put the nail in the coffin, but can't find it. 30 seconds left, just a bit off target. Time's taken away from Nameless Esports to try to put it towards the net. They have to do something, but the defense is slowly breaking down, or will it? McClary with a touch, gets credit with the save. Delta's with a shot, but he just gets beat. So Wolfie with one more touch tries to put in towards the net. A high corner, but a bit too high. 10 seconds left. Fleury once more rushes back downfield. Glory tries to get to the goal. McClary up and over. Gets bad. 2 seconds left. This seems to be going to game 3, ladies and gentlemen. And Monk wins it 5-3.
One mistake put this game out of reach. The goal by Fleury, you put that in the back of your head, that's a great finish. To leave the ball flying in the air and have nobody back. If there's one thing that, no matter what sport it is, the one thing you cannot do is watch. You have to be doing something. You have to be either rotating up, rotating back. Delta's caught with his pants down on the right side of the field. Was not able to get back on defense after Sawufi left it a little bit short. These mistakes are going to happen. It's what you do after the mistake, because a mistake isn't guaranteeing a goal. It's not good. That's not how Rocket League works. When you get to the great, I don't know what you majors and stuff. I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. That's maybe when those mistakes matter. But here you can afford to make those mistakes. Nameless Esports playing maybe a little bit too predictable in the last game. It's time for them to they got 3 goals in a minute. They can score. It's time for them to fight and hit first, as it was looking quite the great opportunity, but Sith will collect it on the wall, trying to go in towards the middle, dies kind of midair. So Wolfie playing it in towards the center. It's going to be taken up by the side of Monk. McClary trying to get it out of his corner. Will collect some boost. It's going to be put into the right side. Tristan with a great save. So Wolfie playing it in towards the middle. Sith now trying to do the same thing. It's a great effort. Delta's just got a little bit of a misread, and he gets demoed. So Wolfie now misses the ball. It's going to be McClary taking it, but it will be Sith to collect it. Now it's sent back, so Wolfie will be in the right spot for that, Karen. Going down the left side, gets past one. Will he be able to get past the second? He does. It's taken in towards the middle. Is there going to be a shot for a goal? It's put up to Sith. Sith over Delta.
Just too late.
They're getting the opportunities this time, just not able to put them away. This is a good start for Nameless Esports. 1 minute has gone off of the clock. Pluri now looking to Miller. He was the master of game 2. Goes past one. That is it. Tristan, he just was right there to collect it in the mid. It's a good start for Nameless Esports. One more push here with just 33:55 to go. Can it be there? McClary will be there. It's going to be collected by Swoofy, and it's going to fizzle out quite a bit. The defense is there. The offense, though, just waiting for a goal.
Yeah, it's so far just a defensive approach, but you could just see Nameless is working a bit better than they did in game number 2. They're having men back downfield. It's the time. They got to get it, got to get it out of the net. Deltas will do that. Tristan keeps it on their side of the field. McCleary goes for a shot, gets saved by Sith. And you could just see, again, the defense on display. Now Deltas with a demo, rushing back downfield, up and over Tristan, but McCleary is going to beat them there as we approach 3 minutes on the clock. But the ball's going to be heading towards Sith's way. Oh, Delta's great save by him as he pops it into the corner, rides the wall, looks to make a play, send it over to Sir Wolfie. Sir Wolfie, what a shot! And just like that, Nameless Esports on the board.
Already an assist. That's Sir Wolfie. Great pass by Deltas. This is the Nameless Esports we're used to. A counterattack taken into perfection. The tale of the land has been the person to score first has been the one to win. It's been like that every game so far. Nameless Esports up 1-0 with 2:50 to go. Would love to make it 2-0. McClary coming now down the field. He misses the ball. Oh, it's that was a wild effort out to the goal, but it will not find the back of the net. It's going to be Tristan to pick this one up. Sith now on the defense will take it away. Good read here, being patient, waiting for Pluri. Patient is Pluri as well. Sith drives by, does put a bump onto Pluri though, changes the trajectory just a little bit. It's Wolfie off the wall. McClary gets it off of the bottom of the hood of his car. It's going to be Pluri against 2 members of Nameless Esports. Sith will be the first line of defense, and he will be the one to get a stop. Deltas, though, is going to play this very well off of the ceiling pitches so no one can get under him. McClary playing it nice and patiently. Sith's going to have to trying to get it out of the side here. Someone has to try and clear it. Sitting in front of the net of Nameless Esports is the ball. McClary taking it down the left side will be met by Sith going down. Pluri in a good spot to collect it. He puts a shot on goal. Saved by Deltas. It's got Swoofy. He's going to try and take it down the other side of the field. He has plenty of boost to do so. Hands it off to Sith. Goes over Tristan. Floated up. It's going to be hit up in the air. Swoofy going up. Deltas down for the KO. And he puts it on the bar with a net. Set up perfectly by McClary and slammed down by Deltas. What a finish. Nameless Esports is up now 2-0.
Again, this is what they had to do in game number 2, and obviously they're taking for their mistakes. They're obviously learning from that one, as again having the one man up, playing a bit aggressively, playing what they need to do, and have a chance to keep moving on. So we popped it over one. So Waffle tries to get over nothing, but can't find anything. He's gonna turn it over to Deltas, but Deltas is gonna get beat by McClary. And now Tristan rotates out, tries to get some boost, tries to figure out what his options are. He tries to go for a bit of a long play, not gonna do anything. As Pluri gets another one. Deltas with a touch by Sawoops with a double tap, but can't find anything. No Nameless player back inside as McClary pops it over one. He just gets speared like Roman Reigns as Deltas with a touch and gonna put it in towards the net as Pluri will get credit with the one, and now Monk just down a goal.
One of the things that I'm seeing now, Pluri is the one creating all these opportunities. Most of these Pluri goals are solo efforts. I'm disregarding the Tristan goal from last game. That was a Mickey Mouse goal. Pluri, you have to take Pluri out of the game somehow. You have to have a guy marking Pluri. As Delta's going to look. Deltas just as quick! 3-1! Someone has to mark Deltas! 3-1! Assisted by Sith. Take it over. Great read off of the wall. Good finish over the jumping Tristan. And now a cushion on the side of Nameless Esports.
You're right. It is a cushion, but they can't give up now. 1:03 left the clock. The is raiding with a party one. Thank you for the raid. As McClary pops it up towards the air. 1 minute remaining on the clock. McClary tries to get something going, but can't find it. It's going to be hit by Tristan. Tristan has to make a play, but so Woofy once more. All the flip, the rotation so on point with him, but it's not going to do anything as there's a shot by Pluri. Pluri just gets denied by Deltas. Says, what a chance. Again, McClary not back it down, not showing anything. Nameless was just trying to hang on as Tristan gets one last touch, but he's so low on boost, it's not going to bear it, but he will have 100 100, so he might have a chance. 30 seconds left on the clock. Delta tries to rush back downfield. Again, Nameless Esports is playing so good. Deltas with a touch, entered downfield, tries to apply more of the pressure. 20 seconds left. It's so Wolfie up into the air. No, he's gonna fake it, but there's a play by Nameless. Not gonna do anything. Tristan, one more touch, and Plory again with another goal. Probably his second of the game, and now Monk just down a goal.
Plurry 2 goals, Pew 2 solo goals, no assists on these goals. He's the one guy controlling the tempo on the side of Monk. Nameless Esports now playing up to 3-2. 12 seconds left on the clock, down to 10. So Wolfie playing it down the line. It's to the man of the match here, Plurry. The one who can maybe save Monk from the brink of defeat. Nameless Esports has to find it. It's turned over. He's turned over the ball. And Nameless Esports comes out on top 3-2 over Monk.
That miscommunication, the turnover, just like what happened to Duke and UConn in March Madness. Oh, just a very unfortunate turnover from Monk allowed Nameless to basically put it in there, put the nail in the coffin, and it was looking pretty grim. 14 seconds left is almost an eternity in Rocket League because so much things that could pretty much happen. And again, give credit to both teams. Monk did. They went down, but they did not go down without a fight.
And just like the Duke-UConn game, the good guys won again. Big surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Nameless Esports take Monk 2-1 to move on to the next round. We'd probably know who we're playing, but we're not going to tell you because we have to go to a break. So unless you guys spoil yourselves and look at the bracket, which you can, I'm not going to stop you. But you could also wait and find out who we're going to play after this break. Production! Send it away.
Psychotics.
and gentlemen, welcome back to Nameless Esports run in the RLCS 2026 North American Open. I am Hyper, joined by my co-host Carson. Carson, how have you liked what you've seen so far from our Nameless Esports team?
Dude, Nameless Esports has been making a run tonight with a 2-0 win to start off the night against Pure Motion, and then coming out a little bit weary against Monk, but still coming out on top, still coming out consistent. I'm liking what Nameless is putting down right now, and I'm excited to see what's going to come up next for them in this next series.
Yeah, for sure. Monk was no slouch. They definitely, even though that second game got a little bit weary, I'm glad we came back and took it in the third game. Obviously, you got to put a little bit of credit on Coach Cole's name being in the Discord with them, helping them to clear their heads and keep their mental strong going into the next game. So, invaluable support.
I'll say, and now that you mentioned Coach Cole, let's just remind everybody that in the Discord, there's a free weekly group coaching session with Coach Cole himself. So be sure to drop in when those are happening. I'm not 100% sure when those are happening. It's Tuesday at 8 is what I'm being told. So, you know, come drop in, come grow your skill if you want to do that. Or even if you don't want to grow your skill so you can help others grow their skill as well. So
absolutely. And be sure to check out Nameless Esports on all your social media platforms and namelessesports.com. Let me make sure I get it right. Yes, sir. Check us out weekly at our Rocket Rush tournaments and coming up our Rocket Rush Invitational, where teams fight for, I believe it is a $500 grand prize. Got Zave Esports, who's a close organization to Nameless. They're topping the charts right now, but things can change, so be sure to check us out.
that's for sure. I don't know if we have a bracket to pull up or what, just to kind of look at what's happening right now. We don't have a bracket, but kind of just give you an insight on what's going on right now. It looks like the next team that we will be playing against is going to be Cold. Now, this team is made up of Exorari, JD, Perscope, and Tabs, which they seem like to be a very good roster. They've had a little bit of a run themselves here tonight. The first game they played of the night, they also only lost one game in that series, and then coming out on top 2-0 against the hungriest Hippos, coming to face Nameless Esports in the winners semifinals here tonight.
Yep. If Nameless wins this game, they qualify for day 2. And even if they lose, it is not over for them. They'll just get kicked down to the lower bracket. We'll have to, cook one more team. No big deal.
I'll say that's the hope, at least.
Yeah, exactly. I am confident in us to get this one game past. This is going to be a best of 5, so it's going to be an extra couple games just in case we get sent there. But I'm confident in Nameless Esports, as long as they come out as strong as they have in the past tournament or in the past games, we should be able to take this pretty swiftly.
I'll say that's for sure. And even if that's not the case, even if we don't take them down as quickly as we hope to, honestly, it will just be more exciting gameplay to watch from one of our favorite esports teams, our favorite esports team, Nameless Esports. But we're already underway. It's not looking too fast right now, but we're getting some aerials trying to come out from Team Cold, but nothing of success just yet. JD going up, Zawufi is going up for it now. Looks like Sith is trying to carry it all the way, but it's stopped by Perry. Oh, and the bad attempt there of an aerial coming out, and Deltas is trying his best to get it off their side of the field right now. It's looking a little bit scary coming from the side of Nameless Esports. They really have got to clean it up here if they want to win against Cold.
Yeah, they're maybe struggling with the speed to start, but they're watching each other's backs for now, though. Sith eats a demo, and Deltas has to come up big with a nice 50. Now Sawufi in the corner throws the brakes on a little bit and gets a favorable little bounce there off of an opponent's car. Delta's going to send that dangerously towards the net. JD's good for it for now. Now they're trying to fight the midfield and get a little bit of control. Nice demo there from Delta. Ooh, that gets sent on net. Nice save by Sith. Banking on the defense to start.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're looking at just two really good teams here on defense. That ball's going to be dangerously close in front of the goal, and thankfully Sith was able to make it in time. But yeah, both teams are really relying on their defense right now. The shots that are coming on the goal are not that powerful. They are scary, and it does take a lot of concentration and a lot of willpower to make good saves like that. But now the ball being hit up by JD, who's going to be able to challenge it. Ooh, it looks like it's going to be Deltas as the last man to clear it away, and he does. Rari now Is he going to let his teammate take possession? He is. And the bump play is trying to come out from the side of Nameless, but it's just not happening. And it looks like the unfortunate push from Nameless Esports leaves the goal wide open for Cold. Perry going to be the one to take it up, but unfortunate coming out in the first goal for from Nameless.
Yeah, I think Sawufi either was trying to throw a fake on or just maybe got caught with a little bit of ping troubles. It happens in these online games, but either way, they will be conceding the first goal. JD trying to keep it going, but Sawufi is there to clean it up. Nice demo coming out in the midfield by Deltas to open up some space. Sith throws a nice move on the defense. Sawufi now trying to get back to help out Deltas, who puts it up in the corner. Now JD still trying to put some pressure, but eats another demo. Deltas kind of being the enforcer right now. Wonder how long he's going to have to keep that up in order for Nameless to get a goal. Ooh, get a little dangerous. Oh. Deltas was going for boost. I don't think he quite expected something like that, but it's all right because they clean it up and now they're on the attack.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm not sure how long it's going to take Nameless to get back in this game. We're already about halfway now, and it's just not looking like they're making any progress. They're just finding themselves stuck on their field. They're making a little bit of weird mistakes, and they're just not getting it where they want it to be. The ball being in a very awkward position now, they were able to touch it away off their back wall. Zawufi now having possession. Does he get the flip reset? He's able to get it off with the 50. Deltas now dangerous in the air. Is he able to get it past JD? No, he's not. And the ball is now on Cold's side of the field. Who are we seeing go for it now? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's hit away by Sith. The pinch coming down to his teammate now. He's going to retake possession here. Wins the 50 against JD, but Perry's going to be able to clear it away. We're seeing Nameless kind of wake up now. They're kind of realizing the time crunch that they're in. They want to stay in the upper bracket, and honestly, that would be the best out for them coming into day 2.
Yeah, you don't want to leave anything up to chance. You want to just kind of get swift work done and clear the mental for day 2. JD is going to try and put the pressure on him. Deltas 50's at high in the middle, but Rari is there to collect, try to throw another chance on net. He's going to get a double tap. Yeah, Nameless just wasn't quite ready for that. It looked like there was some boost struggles with a couple of the defenders, but Rari will put a second goal on net.
I'll say it was a pretty goal too. I'm not gonna lie. Carried it all the way from mid. It was, or just behind mid even, and just slotting it perfectly right in, just under the crossbar. But with 1:25 left to go, Nameless Esports have got to pull something out of their hat now to at least try and tie it up to get us in an overtime in game 1 if they want to continue to be the juggernauts that they are in this tournament right now. Perry's going up. He's going to be able to clear it up to JD, who is going to take possession on the back wall, but who's there? It's Sith trying to clear it back up, but the ball's passed down to mid, and no one's going to be there. Thank goodness for Nameless Esports now. So Woofy does get it hit away with 1 minute left on the clock. Rari is going to take possession on the wall. He's going to try and pass it out to mid, and his teammate's going to be there. No, he was going to try and challenge for it, but he ended up losing possession instead. The ball's hit back towards Nameless side of the field. Oh, what a powerful pinch coming out from Cold, and the shot is going to be there for Rari. He's going to take it up in the air. He's going to take it slow, but the back wall block from Deltas is going to be able to slow it down. Now with 30 seconds on the clock, Nameless are really going to have to try and pray that something happens in their favor here.
Ooh, yeah, they were going for a little bit of midfield demos, off-ball plays. Oh, that comes dangerously on the net. Deltas can stop it for now, so Woofy helps clean it up, but this needs to be a goal right here. Sith is going to charge the net, gets a nice 50, but Cole just seemed to always have another player as a fallback plan. That goes under Deltas and Perry. Time ticks down. It looks like Nameless is going to have to try their luck in game 2 as they kind of just got swarmed off the start and couldn't really get their rhythm going. It's a nice little pre-jump pass attempt there, but yep, 2-0 for Cold. Goals by Rari and Perry. Yeah, and I think they're just, Nameless was on their back foot from the start and couldn't quite get comfortable.
Yeah, it's like they came out, there was a banana peel, they slipped on it, and then they couldn't ever properly recover from it just in general. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that Nameless is coming out in the way they are, but there's still enough games to at least try and make it up. Remember, this is a best of 5, if I'm not mistaken, a best of 5 series, yes, and they have time to make it up. So I'm hoping, we're all hoping that just for Nameless' sake, they're able to pick back up where they left off.
Nah, I think so. You saw in the game 2 against Monk that they went down 3-0, but came back to tie it. And although they didn't take that game, that is a testament to, you know, like we said, Coach Cole maybe clearing their mental cobwebs and just trying to keep them centered. keep them focused on the next game. That wasn't a terrible loss. There was, a couple chances here and there. They were trying some like deltas with the demos. Sith was going for some off-ball plays towards the end, but maybe just need to start that trend a little bit sooner before it becomes, hoping for a miracle. But either way.
Yeah. I'll say they're going to have to start out fast for sure to ensure that they continue to be fast through the rest of the match. That's that mentality. If you have that mentality that you want to play fast and you go out into the game first starting playing fast, you're going to be playing fast for the rest of the match and probably the rest of the series. But, it's just a little bit of lost footing. We're already seeing something happen now. Swuofi being able to get the first goal on the board barely even a couple seconds into this match. Perry finding himself around the opposite side of the ball, not able to make contact with it. That's a good start for Nameless right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need. Even if it is a little bit of cheese, you'll take it all day to just get your foot in the door of game 2. Delta's trying to get a 50 to get it out of his zone. Needs a little bit of help from his teammates, Swuofi and Sith. Sith gets it nicely off the wall, kind of puts the brakes on in the air. I think the defender was thinking about a flip reset, but he just kept it close on the wall, so Woofy's now going to keep the pressure on. Has to drop back for boost as Rari is going to take his shot at it. It's going to bounce dangerously towards the net. Oh, kind of gets killed in front, so Woofy cleans it up. Gets a decent clear off the wall, but only as far as Perry, and Nameless going to try and keep the pressure up.
Yeah, they're looking a whole lot better now. They're looking a whole lot more confident. They're looking a lot better than what they were before, but they're going to have to hold on to it for a little bit longer. And if they make these plays where they're all up, not necessarily overcommitting, but all committing for the ball, I'm not sure how long that's going to stay. The 50 coming out from Deltas to keep the ball at bay, not allowing them to get any kind of shot on the goal right now. But 1-2, is he able to get past 3? No, Rari almost making a run for it there, trying to get it past to at least put the first goal on the board for Cold. But that's not exactly what we want. Nameless Esports still being up by 1 and holding a pretty convincing defense here to keep that lead.
Yep, bending, not breaking. It gets a little scary with where the ball position ends up, but there always seems to be a defender there. So Wolfie now with a chance off of a good touch from Sith. Ooh, almost capitalized on it. Oh, Rari helped us out. Sith there to collect a little bit of a defensive mistouch as they were just trying to ping-pong it off of each other, and Rari just finds himself in the wrong spot. Fortunate for Nameless Esports as Sith is able to cash it in for the second goal of the game.
That's how you do it right there, making sure that their lead stays on the board. 2-0 lead right now in favor of Nameless. This is the exact position they want to be in, and we finally see them wake up. We finally see them playing a little bit better than they were in their first game, similar to how we saw them playing in the first 2 series of the night. And let's just hope that they can keep that momentum, keep that mentality, and hopefully the things that Coach, oh my goodness,
Cole.
Yeah, Coach Cole, I'm so sorry. My mind is blanking right now. I'm just so excited about this match. But hopefully the things that Coach Cole is saying is sticking with him. And clearly, for the most part, it is. The ball just kind of being in no man's land now. JD contesting with Swuofi for the ball. Swuofi is going to have possession here. Maybe he's just going to fly past it. But Deltas now 50's for it in the middle. He goes up the side wall. Is he going to be able to carry it from ceiling? He's going to go for it. He gets it past 1, but not 2. JD being on the back wall to clear it away in hopes that Nameless Esports does not get another goal on the board. But oh no, Rari with the quick response now just at the halfway mark. The ball finds itself in the goal just barely on the inside. I was honestly thinking that would have popped outside just a little bit further, but unfortunately for Nameless, Cole does now have 1 point on the board.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent goal, I won't lie. Rari just kind of parked himself at the top of the goalie box, and JD spotted him just in time. And like you said, it just careened in off the post. Maybe if the defender was able to put a little bit more of a hand up, that would have gone off of the post and out. But either way, Nameless still retaining a lead. Delta's trying to get a demo to open things up. Sith following the ball as JD's going to try and clear things out. So Woofy shadowing him. 50's it up on the wall. Doesn't have a teammate there to clear it just yet. Rari gets another chance for a shot. Sith easily sending that one away, but the pressure is still on. Oof. Nice 50 by Sith from start the counter attack. He needs maybe, goes for the boost steal instead. Now he's going to be up to, leaves it for Woofy. Can he get a shot off? Almost. Good defensive pressure, though. They need to keep this up.
That's for sure. I'll say their offense right now, Nameless Esports, they're laying it on thick. They're wanting every single shot attempt they can get, whether it's the most simple or the most complicated. And that goal from Deltas and from Sith almost was a beautiful, beautiful passing play. But Rari finding his way through. Is he able to get it in? No, it's barred down. And who's going to try and finish it up is going to be Perry. Doesn't get the second touch. And JD's going for the shot as well. Rari going for another shot. And it's just not finding itself in there. Perry goes up now, gets past one and is bumped away for his efforts. JD going in for another shot. And they are trying to respond, but they're not getting through to Nameless Esports. Sith goes for the double touch, hits it down. We're finally off their side. 1 minute left to go. Still a 1-goal game in favor of Nameless Esports. Man, Nameless is putting on a show tonight.
They put up the brick wall there, but still uncomfortable scenes if you're rooting for Nameless. Don't want to be on your back, so Woofy gets a touch to try and clear up some of the pressure. Now Deltas follows it and sends it back into the zone. Now Cole will have to recuperate. Sith trying to keep it in the midfield. Gets a nice 50 to keep it center line. Now Delta's trying to follow it up, but now Woofy's going to have to dodge a demo behind him and try and clean this play up. He does nicely, gets a little bit of a fake on one defender, has to have a teammate behind him to help clean it up. Sith will send it towards the net, but Deltas now has to try and put up a little bit of a blockade so that his team can grab some boost and rotate back.
I mean, it's kind of working out. The shot coming out from JD blocked by Deltas, and as the time ticks down, they're gonna have to be praying real hard for something to happen. The ball is in the air on Nameless Esports side of the field, and as regulation ticks down, JD able to pop it away to mid, but it's stopped. Thank goodness. Nameless Esports finally getting a game on the board. The series being 1-1 with a 2-1 lead in that game for goals. That was a really good game for Nameless Esports going into the rest of the series.
Yeah, they put on some good defense, although conceding 1 goal. They did brick wall when they needed to, especially when the time crunch came down. And the shots were pretty even, so the pressure going both ways. I think Nameless just did a good job. They still got a cheesy goal to start, but you take those when you can take them. And they were able to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Hopefully that is an omen for game 2, or excuse me, game 3.
Yeah, I was about to say they were able to keep that pressure going. That momentum from that first goal led them to that momentum to get that second goal. And honestly, that second goal was their saving grace, along with their defense just being an absolute stone cold wall, not letting anyone get past them to keep that lead. Even though they did get one pass, like I said, that 1 goal was their saving grace, along with the rest of their defensive play for the rest of that match. But hopefully they're able to keep that going in this best of 5 entering into game 3. Hopefully we're going to see very similar performances out of Nameless.
Thinking so. So Woofy sees that go over his head. Now Deltas trying to capitalize, gets a nice mid boost. Oh, but can't quite get the touch he was looking for. A little bit too fast on that sequence for him to pull the mechanics out. So Woofy putting a good 50 up against Rari. Now Sith with a chance. He trying to get it over one. It might have had a chance at the double tap, but the defense holds strong for now. So Woofy with a nice pop in the danger zone. Ooh. Now Cold has to recuperate and try and clear this out of their side, but Sith has something to say about that as Deltas will go up and chain off of that challenge. Now Boost struggles a little bit for Nameless. Now as Woofy gets it past and they recover nicely as they're trying to battle it out in this corner. Ooh, nice stop from Deltas.
Oh,
but
no!
it comes back in. Perry just too quick, too composed for the rebound and slots it in.
So that's just unfortunate. I mean, you kind of see the bump come out from Rari. Definitely a last-second prediction on his part. Perry saw the shot, Rari saw the bump, and that was just a good play in the making. It clearly worked out for them now. Cold being 1 goal up, still with a considerable amount of time for Nameless Esports to come back, and we might see Sid scoring there, but oh my goodness, he wasn't able to close the gap. That would have been a crazy goal coming out from the side of Nameless Esports. Perry now trying to get a shot off, but it's just not happening. JD does get the touchdown, passes it to Perry. He is able to receive the ball now. The last man being Deltas on defense. Is he able to get the block? He is! Almost carrying it in, but not letting it happen. The ball popped up now. Deltas is going to take control. It's towards Cold's goal, but JD is going to be able to stop it just in time. Swiffy trying his best to get something happening right now. It's in a dangerous spot on Nameless Esports side of the field without possession, and Delta's finally regaining it for his team, winning that 50. It's going to go to Sith. Is he able to get the shot off? No, but it's popped up back mid, and I don't think anybody's going to be there for the defense, and that was almost slotted in by Zwoofi. Man, Nameless Esports are trying their darndest right now, and they keep getting these chances. They just have to close the gap.
Yep, that's all right though, because as long as you're generating chances, you can bank on the fact that one bounce will go your way and you'll be able to capitalize on it. You just got to keep vigilant. Deltas, this little bounce play over one, needs help from a teammate here. Oh, actually gets a nice little reset on his Sith. Had a little more time to set himself up for the second touch. Now Rari trying to get it to a midfield pass to Perry. Gets stopped by the Nameless Esports defense. Now over to the right side. Rari trying to get something done off the corner. Sith using all of his boost to throw a hand up for that play. Nice challenge there to send it into Cold's end. Trying to get some pressure going. You don't want the clock to get too low before you need a response. They'd love to tie it with about a minute 30 remaining, give themselves a chance to close it out in regulation, but open net, they almost get punished for. A little bit of a defensive lap there by Deltas, and I believe that was Sith also, but they recover. Off the post, the fourth man helping them out.
Yeah, that was a very scary position for Nameless to be in, but like you said, they were able to recover, and now they're back on the offense. Sith gets it past one. Is that in? I don't think so. Perry having something to say about it. Sith almost carrying it across the country to make that goal happen. Now with a minute 30 left on the clock, like you said, Nameless Esports is looking to at least tie it up and hold out till overtime. Off the corner, it's going to be Rari that's going to try and carry it. Zwoofi does bump him off the possession. Sith now going up with possession. Does he get the flip reset? He does. Does he get the pass out to Deltas? Almost, but it's hit away. Deltas now does get the bump from his teammate. Sith bumping Zwoofi away with potentially what could have been the game-tying shot. Oh no, I don't know what happened there, communication or what, but Nameless Esports is crumbling right now with a minute left on the clock. They have to find their way in the back of that goal.
Yeah, that's the second team bump to come in within maybe a minute or so. And Sith just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now Delta's going to have to clean it up from his own end. That gets sent on net, but Zwoofi comes off the wall for a good save. Demo on the goalie. Sith is going to have to sit it out for a second as his teammates are going to try and hold on the brick wall on defense. Nice clear there by Deltas. Perry keeping the pressure on, has a teammate behind him on the wall and one in the slot. But Cold, they just seem to be able to know where they need to be and where the pressure is mounting and put an extra player there. So Woofy, dangerous play, is lipped off the inside of the crossbar. Now Sith with another chance, gets it past one, has one to beat. Now they're going to try and clean it up for a last-minute play. Deltas trying to get a flip reset. Oh, Sith pops it up. Now Woofy trying to follow it. Another pop gives them a chance. Sith is going to try and send this over the wall. So Deltas has another shot. So Woofy streaking for this. Sith needs to get behind it. Nice. Oh, just a double commit. Again, the communication not coming through quite as refined as before. And Cold will take a 2-1 lead in the series. Oh, my camera's overheated.
Oh,
again.
no. That's unfortunate, your camera, but it's also unfortunate for Nameless Esports. They didn't lose as bad as they did in the first game. They didn't even really lose bad in the first game either, only being a 2-goal deficit. But they held out for a little while longer. Their defense was on point. We just wish they had come out earlier. They had the chances to try and score. They had the chances with the pressure that they had, and they kept finding them, but somehow they could not break their way through Cold's defense. And unfortunately, there was also a lot of bad team plays, like the team bumps and everything else that were coming out. That was just really bad, and we need to figure out how to fix that, whether that is a communication thing or a positional thing where people need to stay or be. Just for the best case scenario, we gotta figure it out here and now. With Cold being up 2-1 in the series, they have one more game before they win.
Yep.
They have one more game before they win and take the entire series and stay in the upper bracket. Hopefully Nameless can win at least another game to keep them in a little while longer, and we could potentially see a game 5.
Yeah, I think this is where you're going to bank on Coach Cole coming in, trying to calm the boys down, clean up some of those communication errors. and make sure that everybody's locked in. It seems like maybe people taking too much on their shoulders trying to be the hero. But all it takes is, one little adjustment. Sith, almost got it off the crossbars. He almost predicted this double touch, but not to be. That would have been nice to go out ahead. That's how they took game 2. They got a quick goal off the kickoff, but not to be this time. They're going to have to fight for it the old-fashioned way. As Sith and Sawufi, we get a pause. I think maybe a little bit of communication error coming out, but we'll give that a little bit of time. And like we were saying, I think this is going to come down to the defensive coaching. Nameless Esports having Cole in their VC to help them work through these things. We'll be able to get back in it right about now.
Yeah, hopefully whatever needs to be fixed is being fixed right now, being dealt with, being addressed. And hopefully the team is taking it to heart, because that's what they need to do right now. They need to play with passion. They need to play with aggressiveness, and they need to play at their very best if they want to stay in the upper bracket going into day 2. And the ball almost finding itself in a very dangerous position on Nameless Esports side of the field. But the ball kind of in our possession now. Delta's going for the shot, and he finds the slot on the right side of the goal. That's what you love to see.
That's perfect timing. Deltas coming off, sees 2 cold players right on top of each other and knows where the gap is, sends that to the right side post, banks off and in. Nameless up 1-0 in the first minute and already looking a little cleaner. Deltas had a nice in and out save right before that, and then able to transition on offense. Able to put one in. Now Deltas again intercepts the play as Rari and Perry were trying to, and Sawufi capitalizes on it. Ooh, the cold players were kind of staring at each other right there, all 3 in the corner, and no one had the right momentum to counter the interception as Deltas just came from Saturn to throw a wrench in their plans, and Sawufi there to capitalize on it.
Well, I'll say we are capitalizing for sure on these goals. And the double demo coming out already. The demo trade. Oh my gosh! Oh, what a slot from Sith all the way on the back wall. We got to watch that again. That is the tightest angle I think I've ever seen a shot come from and find its way into a goal. I don't even know what to think about that.
What a play from Sith. You've seen him get a couple chances where he has some space and he has the mechanics to be able to put it through. But that was not one I don't think any of us were expecting him to be able to pull in. That was one of the harder chances he got, although there wasn't a defender in his face. It's probably because they didn't think he could pull that angle in.
I would have to agree for sure. The ball on Nameless Esports side of the field. They're trying to clear it up, but JD is not letting it past the halfway mark. Delta's going for the clear. JD receiving it once again. He's in the air. He's using all of the boost that he has. Does get the flip reset. Does get the pass down. He does, but the block coming out from Zuufi is able to keep it alive for just a little bit longer. A 3-0 lead. Nameless Esports is looking good so far. They might make it a 4-0 lead right here if they're able to get another touch on the ball, but the saves coming out left and right from Rari on the side of Cold, making sure that they do not further their lead anymore. We're just above the halfway mark here now in this match. Nameless Esports looking very, very good for the rest of this match. Hopefully they can hold on to this momentum for the rest of it and just keep this going. And Deltas making sure it stays on for a little bit longer. 4-0. Oh man, Nameless want this. Nameless want this really, really bad. They want to stay in the upper bracket, and they're making sure they stay in the upper bracket with shots like that.
They are rolling. Sawufi, the unsung heroes, he threw up a bit of a fake on the cold side of the field. He went up for it with no intention of hitting it. Probably communicated right away that I'm just faking this, and immediately had a teammate behind him to follow up and punch it in. Now 4-0. The momentum is now in Nameless's favor. They've just got to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Sith trying to send this out only as far as JD. Sawufi seems to be kind of like the front man. He seems to be the one with the most speed, trying to throw a wrench into the works of Cold's offensive mechanisms. Now Deltas gets a nice pinch off the wall, hoping that Sith was there, but there were too many defenders in the way. And he just parks, waits for the defensive transition to come through. That gets 50, kind of still in a dangerous spot in Nameless's side, but Swoofy picks up boost and will be able to clear this out. Gets a couple touches on it. Rari gets punched out of the way, leaving some space for Deltas to come in behind and try and make something of it, but the momentum looking a lot better for Nameless Esports.
Oh, that's for sure. Clearly, their mentality has gotten fixed just a tiny bit. Whatever Coach Cole is telling them is working. With 1:25 left on the clock now, they are still in a 4-0 lead, not letting up a single bit. But the shot coming out from JD is blocked by Sawufi. Perry coming up for it now is hit down from ceiling, but no one's going to be able to capitalize on it. JD going for the challenge and demos Sith, but Sith able to clear it up just a little bit farther. The ball now in no man's land. It's in mid. Sith gets the touch. It's going to be a little bit too high, but Perry is going to be the one to receive it with a minute left on the clock. He gets the touchdown to JD, loses the 50 to JD. Perry trying to make some kind of pressure here on the offense, but they are just not able to break through. Deltas gets the second touch redirect. It's going to be on the back wall where Rari is waiting. Does flip over one, but it's popped up, and away with no one really had possession of it. Now Perry's going to make sure he has a little bit on it. No boost with a flip reset. He had that momentum, but they shut it down. Nameless Esports keeping their 4-0 lead just for a little while longer.
Yep, saves coming through. The communication is night and day. You can see players calling each other off, leaving it for a teammate behind them. This is exactly the adjustment you've been wanting to see, and they pull it out just in time as seconds are waning down. Sith trying to get a style goal, almost hits a Psycho off the sidewall, but they will just play a little bit of boomer ball, and Sith trying to pre-jump that and get a fancy goal, but they will take the dub and send this to a game 5.
This is exactly what I was hoping for, honestly. I would have loved to have seen a game 5, and here we are. These are the most exciting types of matches when you have really two good teams that are playing against each other. Cold is not a bad team by far. They are not a bad team at all, and Nameless Esports definitely are not a bad team. So when you combine good with good, you get really good gameplay, really good series that take you all the way to game 5, which is the exact situation that we find ourselves in now. Nameless Esports finally waking up here in game 4, coming out on top, tying the series 2-2, the last one being the one to take it all, and who stays in the upper bracket going into day 2.
Yeah, very nice work from Nameless Esports. Like we said, communication was night and day. There were plays coming out. There was, fakes. Players knew where they needed to be on defense and on offense. And Sith having a highlight goal. Somebody clip that and throw it up on Twitter.
Yes,
because
please.
That was a sharp angle.
I mean, that was crazy. I don't think any of us, the players didn't expect it. I definitely didn't expect it. Hyper, I don't think you did either. No. It was just the most insane goal in only seconds, merely seconds after that kickoff as well. Then hopefully Sith will be able to pull out so many more as we enter into the final game of the series. Cold versus Nameless Esports. The series tied 2-2. This one to take it all.
So Wolfie gets a nice little touch there in the offensive end before he falls back on defense. Deltas gets it maneuvered past him, but demos the player for it. Now Sith, nice challenge in the midfield, sends it to the danger zone. Deltas not quite in the right position, but Wolfie there to back him up. Like I said, the communication is coming in clutch. Deltas cleaning that up for Sith, who was still up on the back wall. Now Wolfie trying to keep the pressure going. Yeah, they're feeling good now.
Yeah, that chemistry, it's looking fiery, it's looking dangerous, and that's exactly what you want to see coming out from Nameless Esports. They have to put their points on the board. They got to be aggressive, they got to be risky, and that's exactly what we've been seeing every time they've been succeeding. Sith going off side wall now. Delta's looking for bumps and demos, but not able to find any more. Rari trying to clear it up. Zawufi does get a touch on the ball, keeping it on cold side of the field. Hits the corner. Who's going to go up for it now? It's going to be Zawufi again, but whiffs the ball. JD taking possession now. Not for long. Sith with the pinch. That could have been dangerous, but he was able to clear it away. Sith retaking possession now. It's on top of his car. Perry's going to challenge him. Is he going to be able to get it out to mid? We're going to be able to see it. He is able to get it out to mid. Zawufi going for the shot, but is challenged by Perry. Gets it on the back wall touch. Who's up now? Rari tries to hit it down, but the defense on Nameless Esports is unmatched right now. JD going for a shot as well, trying their best to lay that pressure on, but Nameless Esports still able to keep their composure as we reach the second minute past.
Yeah, they are just in Cold's face. Every time Cold get a chance on the ball, you see Sawufi coming from the back line there to just pop it for a back pass to his teammate. The comms are flowing right now. So Rari's going to boom that into the offensive end. Sith now, nice couple touches to clear this out and push it on transition. Sawufi following. Nice 50, kills the ball in the zone, but Rari is there to clean it up for Cold. Deltas gets a nice touch. Sith sends that up on the wall, and JD, a bit of an aggressive back pass there. Almost had a Nameless player there to capitalize on it, but Cole will survive for now. The game stays 0-0. Sith trying to get something going. Sawufi now trying to find Sith. Actually sends it over his head, trying to pinch it on net, but JD was there to stop that one for now. Now Deltas tries to capitalize after Sith killed that over top of Cold's box. And JD trying to take it to the side, but yeah, it's still Nameless. Just pressure, pressure, pressure.
Well, I'll say, and that's the name of the game right now. It's pressure. Nameless Esports are laying it on thick, just like Cold was at the beginning.
There it is.
And finally, that pressure is going to mount up and break Cold's defense. So Woofy finally finding his way into the goal. The first goal of Game 5, potentially the game-winning goal in support of Nameless Esports. That's exactly what you want to see as we just passed half.
Yeah. Taking advantage of the chances you are given. JD.
Oh
no, he's given a chance. Sawufi the savior. Absolute savior. As he was coming off of a respawn.
No way.
And with no boost, put himself perfectly in position. You got to thank those respawn cameras that Epic Games added in the one update, because that would have not been possible had he not been able to know exactly where he needed to be. And even with that, it took immense skill to know where exactly how far he needed to go. As I think, pressure coming in now. Sith trying to get something going, but it will fizzle out. Yeah, Sith was coming back to clear it, and I think someone got in his way and sacrificed their life for the play and just slowed him down enough. But like we said, Sawufi the savior on that play, keeping it 1-0 for Nameless.
Say that's for sure. What a save from Sawufi. But Sith finding his way to another shot. And 1 minute, 11 seconds left on the clock. Lucky number 111 there. Oh my goodness. Nameless Esports now find themselves in prime position to stay in the upper bracket, being up 2-0 in Game 5. This is exactly the position you'd like to find Nameless Esports in. All they have to do is continue to hold on, but if those demos keep mounting up from Cold Esports, as we saw both in the last kickoff and this kickoff, I don't know how much longer they'll be able to hold on.
Deltas gets another open net. Is now Cold are just panicking as they're down now 3-0 with under a minute remaining. Delta sees the open space, takes it himself, doesn't go up the wall, knows all he has to do is just walk the dog right to the park, and they are up 3-0. Perfect position for them and looking good while they do it. And if you notice, all the games Cold won were very close. It was a defensive showing from both sides, and Nameless now have had 2 games where they just wiped the floor with them.
I'll say they finally found their rhythm. They got back in their step. They got back to playing the game that they know they can play, and that has put them in primal position to be in the lead that they're in now. With 30 seconds left on the clock, I don't know if Cold could even do anything to get their way back up on the board. They're losing possession. Like you said, they're kind of freaking out a little bit, and I understand why. They're down by 3 with only 12 seconds left on the clock. There's just a lot of pressure that mounted up on the side of Cold, and unfortunately for them, they broke under that pressure. And as time ticks down with the shots trying to come out and get a last-minute goal on the board, Nameless Esports take it against Cold in the semifinals of the upper bracket tonight. Go again to day 2, still in the upper bracket.
Perfectly done, perfectly recovered, did not let their losses mount against them, and beautifully done by Nameless. Like we said, Cold's wins were both very close, and it was maybe 1 or 2 goal games, but it was all on defense. But when Nameless got going, it was just a masterclass. It was 4-0, 3-0. They pulled it out perfectly.
let's say once Nameless found their footing, once they recovered for that little banana slip in the first game, they ended up keep going. They kept going. They kept that foot on the gas pedal, and they drove all the way to a victory in game 5. That was such an exciting matchup. I kind of could tell from the start that them going up against Cold was going to be an exciting matchup, and they proved us all right here in the production booth, as well as the viewers out there watching at home, and we appreciate your support for it.
Yep, Nameless doing work as they dropped, like we said, a couple games, but none of those games were losses that were smothers. It was no reason for them to get in their heads and think the game plan needs to be changed. It was just, little adjustments here and there, maybe clean up the communication, maybe tell a player to play third instead of the aggressive, whatever the situation is, and whatever the comms that were made by Coach Cole were exactly what needed to happen.
Now, we are receiving word from the production booth that there may be some discrepancies from the pause at the beginning of game 5 that they may be looking into.
Oh, wow.
They are requesting a mod to potentially void the game and potentially replay it. So on paper right now, technically Nameless Esports has won this best of 5, 3-2 on the board. But hopefully the mods see that in our favor. But if we don't, I guess we're going to have to replay that game. Just more awesome gameplay coming out from the side of Nameless Esports. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting because it was, now that I think about the timing of it, it was kind of keen timing. I think Cole was on the attack, but either way, yeah. Either way, I think the results will get upheld because they weren't close games, and because it was so early on in the game, that either way, the results of the game kind of spoke for themselves towards the end. Like we said, both of Nameless wins were 4-0, 3-0, and I can't remember game 2's score.
It was 2-1.
2-1. So, yeah, the last 2 games, Nameless just kind of took over, so I wonder if that will work in their favor, as we don't seem to have quite a ruling yet, but we'll give it a little more time before we call it there. Either way, Cold playing very well when they could put it together. They just couldn't. Once Nameless's offense got going, it was all over.
Oh yeah, I agree. Let's say Cold did not let up easy either. Even in those first couple games, game 1 and game 3 where Cold won, it's not like they won by not trying. It's not like they won by having to try extremely hard or anything, and Nameless Esports definitely wasn't letting up in those games either. So Cold did do a really good game in this, and even in the ones that they lost, they still played a really good game. In the first game that Nameless Esports won, like I said, they put up 1 goal versus Nameless's 2, so it's not like they lost by an extreme amount in the second game. They did lose a little bit on the extreme side in games 4 and 5, but I think that can be spoken for. Nameless Esports just finally woke up and found their footing. But yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. The pause, if I remember correctly, the pause was about, they were about a couple seconds in. But either way, depending on the rules, I'm not sure what the rules are. I need to read it up. But it looks like we're hearing it now. It looks like some of the games are being posted and being validified. So we could potentially see, this could be it. This could be us finally saying that Nameless Esports took it to game 5 and won.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the thing I didn't realize before we started this game is that both teams were already qualified for day 2. This was really for seeding in the upper bracket or lower bracket. So that is something to keep in mind. Cole will not be eliminated from the open. They will just start with 1 life as opposed to 2. And we don't see any more games posted, but either way, Nameless is really hoping that the mods see it on their side. Is even though there was a pause early in the game and where it happened to be, one player did disconnect and reconnect right away, and it wasn't a pause for an elongated period of time. It was just quickly trying to maybe filter a new connection for somebody. I believe it was Sith, if I remember correctly, which obviously came out to help him. He had a couple bangers, especially that skim off the left side of the goal to get the scoring going for game 4, I believe that was, and the pressure just mounted from there.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'll say none of the other games have been posted just yet, but they're trying their darndest to get it verified for sure. And if you want to look at the bracket for yourself, you are able, there is a command, I think it's exclamation point bracket, I'm pretty sure, in the Twitch chat, and you can look for it yourself on start.gg. But yeah, I mean, that was still just a beautiful, beautiful matchup. Nameless Esports making a run for it tonight for sure. The first matchup between Pure Motion, I mean, it was no question Nameless Esports had that from the get-go. Just with how those couple matches, even how the first match started against Pure Motion, it was solidified from then on there. And then Monk going up against Monk, they had a little bit of trouble with Monk as well, but Nameless Esports, like they always do, somehow find a way to come back out on top. And even though they did make it, even though they were a shoo-in in for day 2, they now find themselves in a really, really good position to be seated just a little bit higher on the board. So I think that's pretty exciting in and of itself.
No, absolutely. With so many teams in these, I believe there was over 900 teams scheduled to play. Obviously factoring in the DQs, some didn't make it, but there are some friendly faces to the Nameless Esports organization who are playing as well, such as Zave Esports. They, I believe, might still be playing against one in their side of the bracket. They have also qualified for day 2. They are just vying for seeding right now. And I'm hearing that from our production, Zave unfortunately lost that game to 1, but like we said, still qualifying for day 2. They will just have to be perfect tomorrow.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'll say Zave Esports. They've been on some stuff a couple times for sure. We know them very, very well, and they are not a bad team whatsoever. But you know, sometimes you just find you're struggling a little bit in some of these tournaments, and especially like something like the RLCS Open. It's going to be a fight for your life for sure. And like you said, there's 900 teams, 904 to be exact, teams that signed up. And yeah, sure, the number is skewed a little bit just because of DQs, but that's still a large number of teams that you're playing against. And that's including some pro teams that have found their way into the Open as well. I think Genji 1 Mobile, I actually saw earlier, is a part of this. Obviously, I think they're seeded number 3 right now, so they are definitely ones to watch because they are a pro team. But you know, it's just crazy.
Oh yeah, Team Silence, another friendly face who I believe is, if I switch my tab, yes, they are 2nd place in the Nameless Invitationals rankings, and they have also booked their ticket to day 2. Congratulations to them.
All right.
Oh,
So
perfect. We just got word that the games for Nameless Esports are confirmed. The mods found no wrongdoing. So congratulations to Nameless Esports. Moving on to the upper bracket for day 2.
yeah, that's exciting. It's good news. It's such a relief that none of it was put up to question, because it is without question that Nameless Esports do have a skill that some teams just cannot test at all. But again, Cole did play a really good game against Nameless Esports, and tomorrow at 7 o'clock is when we'll be doing it again. Day 2 for Nameless Esports, starting in the upper bracket. So you don't want to miss it. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Nameless Esports, day 2 of RLCS Open number 6.